The medicine we are made of. In 2015, I very distinctly remember a scene standing looking into a hospital room with a gentleman laying in a bed, a gray color in his cheeks, and all around generally sickly. This is my grandfather. He had just gone through heart surgery and was now in recovery. I wasn't allowed to see him until he was out of the intensive care unit, but that image really stuck with me. And today, I'm going to tell you more about what helped him get through that operation and out through recovery. One of the big things that we have been looking to throughout history is how the human body works with medicine. We ourselves are a containment of medicine. We hold plasma. Plasma can be donated by anybody, almost. Check with your local regulatory services to find out where you can donate and if you can. And anybody can receive plasma, which is very important. So, what is plasma? Blood plasma, as defined by Wikipedia, is a yellowish colored liquid component of blood, normally holding the blood cells in the whole blood in suspense. In the end, this makes plasma make up about 55% of the body's total blood volume. Because of that, plasma is very important. It is one of the few things that actually holds all of our blood together. On top of that, plasma also contains all of our antibodies, which is how we fight off illnesses, such as the novel coronavirus and things like the flu. These are all different things that our blood cells help to fight through the plasma. Now, my father has been working in the plasma industry for many, many years. 2 years before I was born, he joined as a phlebotomist. From there, he worked his way up, and now he works on the computer side, troubleshooting and fixing their database. Because of all of that knowledge and information, I've decided to bring plasma to you today. So, I'll move on to our first point, looking at the business trends of the sales of plasma. Now, for the quotes, we have the first one here. The trending and interpretation, respectively, are difficult due to the limited database of 3 years only. Because the database is only accessible for 3 years for a research component, many people have a hard time compiling much data. As Bernard Leuven in March of 26th of 2009 stated in his article, The Submission of Epidemiological Data, to the Plasma Protein Therapeutics Association. Later on in the article, we get a better picture of what it takes to actually get business trend data, stating that it takes several years to compile the data that they do receive. Thus, meaning you can do a study for, say, a period of 10 years, but you can only use so much of it. So, I found one of the few studies out there for plasma, the Plasma Proteins Therapeutic Association, asking the Moran Company to study the intravenous and subcutaneous immunoglobulin use for patients with primary immune deficiency. In that study, they found that before 2005, roughly 55% of the patients received their dose in an office setting. From 2006 onward, roughly 65% of the patients received it in an outpatient setting, meaning in a hospital. To bring it back around, that means that 65% was my grandfather. He had received it to help him get through the heart surgery that he was taking. And as we found out later, it was from the same company that my dad worked for, which was a pretty amazing point. Now, on top of that, the plasma is also used for other things, not just for surgeries. It can be used for treatments in of their own right, and other medicines. These are things like the new treatments for the COVID-19 illness, for lack of a better word, that are being used through the plasma industry. I encourage everybody not just to donate because it is a good thing, but donate because it can save other people's lives. Thank you. I'm Calvin Callahan. Have a wonderful day.